Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Islands of Adventure, as Universal has invited me out to experience the Jurassic World VelociCoaster. I know what you're thinking, Rick, you just experienced it yesterday, and that is true. But I can't help myself, I am back for more. And stay tuned though, after we're done with the VelociCoaster, we will head over to Studios and see what's happening over there. Welcome to VelociCoaster. The coaster comes down that top hat and follows the track here. Stand here in view of that. That's a pretty nice view. The music they play in this area is specific to Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park. This is the first of 2 test seats. I'm 6'2", 238 pounds as of right now. I didn't have an issue with the ride at all, the seats. Okay guys, what do you say we head inside the queue and take a closer look at some of the stuff they have in here. This is the first real themed area of the queue. You can hear the raptors screaming at me now. And then the colors and everything will change from time to time. Very cool that this statue here of the 4 raptors has a little tribute to the top hat.
With real live raptors. The name Velociraptor means swift thief. Not only are they fast, their bite is equivalent to a large American alligator. Yikes! That means we can't retrieve any lost items from the paddock once they're gone. I'm here to help keep you and your belongings safe during your raptor run today.
So in this section of the queue, we can actually look outside and see this launch area of the VelociCoaster. And when it goes by, it actually turns red. And then we can see the raptors run by as well. See, there they go. And that's what happens in this section of the queue. There they go, see what I mean? We have 3 major Easter eggs behind this cage. The obvious one, Dr. Ian Malcolm's book. Another obvious one is Dr. Grant's book, but not so obvious, Planting the Past by Dr. Ellie Sattler. That one's a little more hidden. This first little clip kind of explains the locker situation here. There are metal detectors, so lockers are required. You can't carry anything like phones or keys, wallets on the coaster itself. And this is how the locker system works.
Let's prepare for your ultimate raptor close encounter. Scan your ticket at an available station, and the screen will indicate which locker is assigned to that ticket. You won't be returning to this room, so you remember that number, symbol, or color to retrieve your items. You must put all of your loose items, except the park ticket, in the locker. Don't forget to empty your pockets. You will be going through metal detection. Make sure to empty any beverages into the sink before placing it in the locker. When you return, you will arrive to the other side of the lockers. So hold on to your ticket and look for key markers.
Very, very cool that it is a double-sided locker system. And then we have a little pre-show as you're waiting in line here.
Thanks to major advances in genetic engineering that we have pioneered right here on the Jurassic World campus, combined with the ultimate state-of-the-art safety precautions, You are about to come face to face with these magnificent creatures in a way that you might have to go back in time millions of years to experience. Of course, guest safety is our paramount concern. In the grooming stations, each specimen undergoes a complex, comprehensive examination after every running cycle. Every aspect of the animal's physical condition, ophthalmological, dental, respiratory, and cardiovascular, is kept under close and constant monitoring. Our internationally recognized team of more than 40 specialized veterinarians, as well as our elite team of over 25 scientists spanning every aspect of our unique brand of biogenetic engineering, is constantly focused on the health and well-being of our dinosaurs. We have painstakingly leveraged our existing and growing knowledge of avian and reptile biology, developing the foundations of this groundbreaking paleo-veterinary science that was designed and developed right here in order to formulate a complex game plan for how to properly care for and maintain these magnificent animals. And now, you can take advantage of the opportunity all this provides to see these raptors in thrilling close proximity.
This is the area of the queue that has like the raptor animatronics that everyone is so excited to see. We are now in the locker area. This is the side of the locker where you put your stuff before you get on the coaster. And then when you get off, you will not return to this area. You'll actually access the locker from the other side. And they are color coded. So really what you all have to do is you can either remember the number of your locker bank or the color. For example, here, locker bank 4 is yellow. On the other side, we've got 3, which is color coded to purple. So the last time I showed you these lockers, I had to put my stuff away, and I couldn't show you all these cool posters they have on the wall as we get deeper into the queue right before the metal detectors.
To retrieve your items, you must put all of your loose items.
So this entire wall
Park ticket in the locker.
covered with
Don't
these
forget to empty your
classic looking posters. Here we have the gyrosphere.
Metal detection. Make sure to empty any beverages into the sink before placing it in the locker.
Very cool looking. I mean, they have a retro feel. But I couldn't show you this last time, but only because of the media event am I allowed to bring my camera back here and show you all these great posters. There's the River Adventure. Scream, splash, laugh, right?
For your ultimate raptor close encounter.
Here's the last wall before we get to the metal detectors, just around the corner there. And now I need to put my camera away, my phone away, my keys. I can't take anything with metal through those metal detectors. I could if I wanted to. I could still wear my hat, just have to tuck it inside my shirt. Alright, there it goes. We'll just pan over here and catch it going through the tracks. Now I'm going to attempt to show you where the photo spot, the on-ride photo is for the VelociCoaster. This building right here, that's where they have the pre-show, and then they're going to launch you that way. So that's the launch. It's getting ready to happen right now. You see the little raptors in their containment. They're fighting to get out. And then launch right here. There it goes. There's your launch. Go over that wave turn. Right there, then you come up this way, and then when you come down, right there, that's your photo op, right there. The load, unload area, see her hair? Her hair's just flying above the seat. And there you go, there's the lap bars that will keep you from flying out of this thing. Watch this one leave the loading area. I can show you across the way there. Across this wall, that is where you can kind of ask to wait for the front row. And there's space there for, I don't know, 8 to 10 people to wait for the front row. And that is with social distancing, so maybe when those guidelines go away, a few more people can wait for that front row, which I say is the best row. Now, if you want the back row, just ask for it and they'll send you to row number 12, I believe it is. It is not available right now, but this ride and this queue, this attraction is designed to have a single rider line. In fact, single riders have their own lockers right through here. These are your lockers for single riders. This is the area where you can purchase your photos, your on-ride photos. I showed you where that occurs on the ride. Also have a little kiosk here, coming soon, to manage your pictures. So let me sum up 2 or 3 questions I'm often asked about the queue. Yes, there is a line for the front row. It will fill up. When it's full, you can no longer request it, but as space becomes available, they again start letting people line up for the front row. Yes, there is a single rider line. Well, at least a plan for a single rider line. Once the pandemic measures have loosened to the point where they start allowing single lines again, this attraction will have a single rider line. No, it will not have express, at least not to start with. Eventually, I'm sure it will have express, but that might be over a year or longer for that to open up. The bottom of the Discovery Center has now been converted over to a large locker area. The large lockers you do have to rent. The ones we saw earlier, they are free, but the larger lockers will cost you a couple bucks. And then the other thing they have done to the bottom of the Discovery Center, they've converted it into a Jurassic World VelociCoaster store. By the way, usually anything you see at Universal is for sale, but I think this Raptor is new. I doubt it's for sale yet. Let me add that word yet. Now, one thing I did want to show you in the store, downstairs and upstairs, I haven't been able to find it again today. I found it yesterday. I bought a new yellow shirt, a Jurassic World yellow shirt. And I promise you, I did not buy all of the yellow shirts, but I can't find it here today, just 24 hours later. Now that I have broken free of the containment area, I can kind of show you, I think at least, show you one of my new favorite airtime moments. There is a section here where we go through the rocks where you are going to catch air. And as you're catching air, it's as if you're gonna rise out of your seat and hit your head on the rocks. It's a very, very surreal, unique airtime moment. It has become one of my favorites. So right here, right there, now they should get ready for the picture because boom, there's the picture opportunity. So now that you know where that picture spot is, don't be afraid to throw up your peace signs or your raptor claws when you go through it. And there is a bit of an audio Easter egg when the ride finishes. You probably don't catch it because you're just too thrilled. But at the end, Claire is telling Owen there's a problem at the river adventure for him to go check it out. So who knows, maybe in the future, the river adventure will tie into the VelociCoaster. Okay, so this thought just popped in my head. I just want to clarify and finalize my thoughts on front row versus back row. A lot of people are saying the back row seats, more thrilling, more airtime, but the front row seats, the better visuals. So there you go. Final thoughts on front row versus back row. And for those of you interested in the runtime of this attraction, I've done a little investigating. I used my stopwatch, and I can tell you from the time you launch until the time you get into the end of the ride is approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds. So let me clarify how I calculated that. I stood there at paddock 1, and when it launched out, I started my timer until it got to the very top of the top hat, and I stopped my timer, and then I came over here behind Popeyes and Bluto's barges, and I restarted my timer when another run was at the top of the top hat, all the way through to the end of the ride. I got approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds for like the real part of the ride. Okay, I have now exited Islands of Adventure. That ends the media portion of today's video. Thank you so much to Universal for having me out. But now, let's go use my own annual pass, go over to Studios, and see what's happening over there. Okay, we've made it over here to Studios, and the first thing I want to point out, look right there. See right there? That Mardi Gras medallion is gone. No more Mardi Gras. Let's step inside and have a normal, regular day at Universal Studios. I can already hear the classic Universal music. I am curious to see, have they removed all of Mardi Gras, or do remnants remain? Let's go inside and find out. Also, today is the 3rd of May, and I have yet to get my new pass holder button. We have to do that, and perhaps get a hot butter beer. I've got to say, I'm loving it in the park today. The classic Universal music. I have yet to see any Mardi Gras float, so that's a good sign for me. I think we're gonna have a good time in here today. This used to be the spot for that big old alligator Mardi Gras float. No longer here. And also, there used to be a float right down there, but the Simpsons Winnebago is back in its usual spot. There it is right there, but I feel like it used to be parked facing the other way. The other day I was here filming a specialized video, so I didn't mention it. I saw a team of people on their hands and knees scraping up some of these social distance markers and replacing them with these little short strips. These are a lot smaller than what they used to have here. Scooby and the Gang's Mystery Machine, back over here by Mel's, one of its usual parking spots. During Mardi Gras, it was closer to the kids zone. Into Springfield we go, and I can already hear that classic Simpsons music. It's making me happy. I am not sure of the official status of the Twirl and Hurl, but I have to say, every time I go by it, it is running. I'm still seeing a lot of the food tents still up. Maybe they just have not gotten around to taking them down, but also I kind of have a theory about the food tents, but I have to share that in a different video. I want to get a hot butterbeer so bad today, but this whole fasting diet I am on isn't working out too well with my vlogging schedule. Usually by the time I'm allowed to eat, I'm done with the theme park. Now Nikki, on the other hand, is on a different fasting schedule than I am, so she's gonna have to eat all the theme park food. And what do you know? Globus Mundi travel agents, they're open today. This is the shortest wait time I've seen for Gringotts in a few weeks. Only 30 minutes right now. Ollivander's One show is by appointment only today, but look at this. There's like no line out the door for ice cream. Again, something I can't eat yet. The longest line I see today, at least as far as length is concerned, is for getting into Ollivander's One store. Today I am wearing my new yellow Jurassic World t-shirt, but if you ever wondered about the yellow Hufflepuff shirts I'm always wearing, they are $35 a piece. The Mardi Gras tribute store, the facade is still up. I did not expect them to take it down overnight, but I just want to take the opportunity to thank the food and beverage team for what they did during Mardi Gras. They knocked it out of the park. Kudos to food and beverage. It just makes me wonder, what will they come up with next? Actually, hold that thought. I'm gonna save that for another video. Into the pass holder lounge we go to get our May button. And here is our May button. It's a dinosaur egg. We can see the eyeball of the dinosaur popping out. And let's see the backside. The backside says it's a girl, because as you know, all dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World are girls. It says just because it hasn't happened in 65 million years doesn't mean it won't happen today. And that will conclude our day. Part VelociCoaster Media Day, part hanging out at Universal Studios. And as always, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now, it's time to click that subscribe button.